Hello, my name's Barbara Bowden, spelt B-O-D-E-N. It doesn't have a W in it. And I've done quite a bit of volunteer work. I joined the council in the Port Adelaide Enfield Council in 1995. That was before it was Port Adelaide Enfield, actually. And driving the one community bus they had then. And then they amalgamated and it became the Port Adelaide Enfield Community Council. And I drove their community buses from Kilburn Depot. They had 4 buses then. And I drove those for about 16 years. And then I went on to the vans, the support vans, and I drove those for about 4 or 5 years. And then I sort of stepped down again and I helped out with the Friendship Club, which is held at Osborne House here, and helped out with giving them morning teas and things like that. So I just sort of liked making a difference to people in people's lives. And I also joined the police force. I saw an advert in the Messenger newspaper, and so I did their training program. And in September 2010, I started working for the police in the Port Adelaide Police Station, which was mostly a meet and greet as the people came in, and also with the road safety school, because I was a driving instructor for 15 years. So my interest was very much in the road safety and where the children ride their bikes around a simulated course. And yeah, so I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I did that for 9 years, and yeah, so I've been doing quite a bit. I just like helping people and you know, trying to make a difference perhaps in their lives. I was born in Waikerie on the River Murray, and we lived, my father was a fisherman actually, and we lived in his fisherman's hut on the riverbank for about 6 years. And then it was time for me to go to school, so I went into Cadell. We moved into Cadell, and from there moved into Morgan, I think. And so I've been in the country for quite a while. We used to go on the school bus, which travelled up to Waikerie, which was our closest place to go to high school, and of course we crossed the punt every day, and yeah, that was interesting too. Unfortunately, we used to, you know, give the driver a bit of a bit of curry. The school bus started out to be just a horse, like a horse float, which it was originally, and of course he was separate from us, and we'd have these orange peel fights in the back of the bus, and he'd get really angry and he'd stop the bus and come around all red-faced, you know, and tell us off. And as soon as he got back in the driver's seat, we'd be off again. And I got that back myself, you know, when I was driving a bus for the school, one of the schools. I drove a school bus for a while, and nothing's changed. They were having orange peel fights as well. You know? For anybody looking for something to do, I would recommend doing some volunteer work and just getting in with people, you know, meeting all sorts of different people, and yes, it makes life interesting, that's for sure. It gave me a sense of that I was doing something, and that you belong to the community, you know, and you're helping them out. I was very proud to be recognised by the Port Adelaide Enfield Council when I completed my 25 years, which was last year, service for them, for the community, yes. I don't know where that 25 years went, but it went fairly quickly. But no, I enjoyed every minute of it, really. You know, I love driving the buses and everything, and just mixing with the people and, you know, driving them around. Yeah. My partner's got a 1966 Holden, which he's let me drive it a couple of times, but but it's back to the old clutch and gears, which was good, because that's how I taught people anyway when I was teaching. Then I went out to the road safety school and to do an advanced course, and so they took me through their course and everything, and I was okay. And I said, well, how would I be if I was going to be an instructor? And the field officer I had then, he said, well, why didn't you tell me that in the first place, you know? And he said, you've got the temperament for it. He said, there's a few rough edges we got to smooth out, but you know, you'll be okay. So yeah, so that's how I became a driving instructor. Why do I do it? Because I love doing it, yes. And I love being with people, you know, meeting all different people, yes. Until this year, I was still a volunteer, so I'm sort of finding my way between being a volunteer and now being a member of the club. Yeah, I'm going back 87 years, you know, because I've just had my 87th birthday on Australia Day. I guess probably when the children were born would be and I've just had a very new great grandson born, and he was 4 days old, so I had a nurse of him last night, so that was lovely too. I'm just thankful that I've been able to do what I have done, and that I've stayed well enough to do it. Just live your lives happily and do what you can while you can.